Welcome, Total Pro Nation. It's Lambo and Lambo's World Sports, where we talk about the NBA. The Atlanta Hawks have made the trade. They traded John Collins for to the Jazz for Rudy Gay and a second round draft pick. Now, what is the reason behind this trade? Um, Here's the reasons behind this. You know what I'm saying? I think that John Collins has spent most of his career with the Atlanta Hawks. I think he had previously signed a 5-year, $125 million extension around 2021. But also as well, I think there were some things that you have to deal with as well. It's more about the business of basketball, like he says. He didn't try to go out there and play, but also I think the Atlanta Hawks, I think they missed the playoffs this past season, or they lost in the first round. They lost in the first round to the Boston Celtics, so I don't think their team was strong enough. And I think they need more veteran presence besides the guy. But also, I think this helps out the Jazz as well. You got Rudy Gay, who's been in the NBA for a very, very, very long time, and stuff like that. And a second round draft pick. Um, I think the reason why they moved him is because the fit of the roster, and he wasn't producing on the court. Like I said, this past season he only averaged 13 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, which was his lowest since his rookie year. He shot 50%, and then he shot less than 30% for the arc, which was terrible. Before that, he shot 55% for the field. But also, like I said, his performance was terrible against the Boston Celtics. He only averaged 11 points a game. Like I said, he was a 2017 first round draft pick. He has some size, but he's in a different role. I don't think he has really improved since last year. Also, Collins was getting, I think less playing time because, his shooting and, lack of floor space because, they signed Clint Capella from the Houston Rockets. But it's just that his shooting wasn't enough. Like I said, they need guys like, if you put Collins on a roster, for example, let's say you put John Collins on any roster who could protect the rim and space the floor, you could have him in a Miles Turner category, and the Kristaps Porzingis from the Wizards and a Jaren Jackson. Um, he could be free to get back into a role that makes him more effective in the career, but it's just his weakness was just, inside the arc and the explosiveness. Um, but the Hawks were just they were just like not on the same page as far as that. They also, signed DeAndre Murray. I think he played for the Spurs, but also he's going to hit free agency next year as well. So we're going to see what the Atlanta Hawks are doing. I think they're just trying to build a team back up to get somewhat draft picks, which is more concerned, and they need guys that can fit their system. I just think last year, their team wasn't it, and they had a new coach in Quinn Snyder, I think, who came from the Utah Jazz as well. So we're not surprised by this trade at all. There's certain players, like I said, you don't produce, you get traded, just like Jordan Poole. I mean, you signed a 4-year extension to get traded. I mean, you just didn't perform. But we'll see how good John Collins is going to be. And to be honest, I'm going to ask you this: who won this trade? Did the Atlanta Hawks win this trade, or the Utah Jazz win this trade, or will we find out by the middle of the season? We'll see what happens with that. But I think the Utah Jazz have a plan for him after executing this trade. I think the trade was pretty good. I don't see nothing wrong with this trade. Second round draft pick, it ain't bad. Thank you, Total Police. Hope you can like, comment, and subscribe. It's Lambo's World of Sports presented by Sideline Sports Network.